Hello trips and welcome back to Hanning's Rest. Today I'm going to show you some wagons and other stuff that they got at Model Rail Scotland. If you're me fed up watching these videos already, you know what I mean? Right, first thing, shed ring hobbies, two things I go. There you go, shedringhobbies.co.uk. These are little beer kegs. Alright, and the other thing I got some oil barrels. They're also for shed ring. They're a couple of quid each, these things. I'm no dear, you know what I mean? They're £2-3 or something a packet, you know, it's alright. Anyway, what else did we get? Oxford diecast were doing lucky dip bags for £15. And in it we got this, the Renault 4. We got the Volvo. And we got this. It's an RAC mobile shoppy thing. Alright, what else we got? It was basically stuff that was either too big, such as this Aston Martin, hang on, this Christmas wagon, and this. Alright, we also got an Eddie Stobart lorry 176 scale, an Audi Quattro, an Audi GT and another motor on 176 scale, but they're too modern for my layout, so I've given them to a friend. Alright, okay trips. Oh, what else did my wife get? She bought this. It's a Hornby Brewers Dray van truck thing. She got that for £8. So with all the barrels and all that kind of nonsense on it. So looks no bad. Day for me. What else I got was I got two wagons. I bought myself two wagons. I got this little mainline one for £4. It's a 3-plank BR Brown wagon. The £4 mainline, excellent, can't beat it. We got a GMR ventilated van. It was also £4. They're both fairless clap. You imagine what you pay for these brand new, you know what I mean? There's a label on it. Well, it's a different box. And it's actually a mainline one, it's not a GMR, it's in the ring box. But hey, who cares? We don't use it in the box. Right, I'll take you out, we'll stick them on the track, alright? And there they are on the track. Right, we'll send them round and see how they go on, alright? Right, absolutely superb. Right, we'll see what else my wife bought. Right, my wife bought me some of these. There's 5 of them altogether. There's 3 of them weathered and 3 of them not. That one was £3.50. That one was £3. That one was £3.50. That one was £3.50, and that one was £3. So they're all the same wagon, they're just, some of them have been weathered and some of them haven't. Right, so I'll open these up and we'll stick them on the track and see how they go. I'm not going to do a, oh look at these wagons, kind of video what I normally do because I'll just go on forever. Alright troops, back in a second. Right troops, that's all the tankers on the track, so we'll see how these go. Excellent. Superb. Right, on to the next. Right troops, so we're on to some hopper wagons that we go to. They're all different makes, etc. That's a Hornby one, I think. There was no price on that. The slightly smaller one, it was £2. That's a Backman one. You can see on there. Another one, different type again. That's a Daypole one. That one there was £3.50. And that looks like a Hornby one as well. Alright troops, I'll get you out the bags and on the track and we'll see how they go, alright? Alright troops, that's that on the track. Well, that's them on the track. We'll see how they look and run. Excellent. Over the curve point. No bother. Right, we're on to cattle wagons now. My wife got this one for £1. It's got kind of made up couplings bolted onto the bolt net. I've got no idea what make it is. A funny feeling it might be a kit or something, I really don't know. So it's £1. That one was £1.50, the couplings on that are slightly better. I think these are kits actually, these two. I'll sort out the couplings on them at some point. There's another one at £2. Again, it looks like a kit. And there's this one which weighs an absolute ton. Again, I think the 4 of these are kits. So we'll get them on the track and see how they're all run, alright? Right guys, that's the 4 of them on the track. As you can see, they are air-fixed kits. I found the name on one. This one has got a dodgy wheel. I think the chassis is a bit too wide on it. But I'll get that sorted at some point. But we'll see how they go on the track. Alright, now let's go. Fantastic. But that Lima 47's pulling these no bother at all. How good is that? Fantastic. Let's get a couple of novelty wagons here. This one's a White's Lemonade wagon. It was £2.50. That's a Lima wagon. That looks alright. And I think this one's a Lima wagon as well. It's a stock margarine one. Yep, that's a Lima one too. I've never had a Lima wagon before, so we'll see how these go. Alright. Right, and there's these two Lima wagons on the train, so we'll send that round now, alright. Brilliant. Right, I've got two of these. They're basically exactly the same. They're by Lima. This one was £2. That one was £2.50. Alright. There you go, there's two Lima cement wagons on the track, so we'll send them round to it. As you can see, I mean, none of these wagons are the most highly detailed or anything like that, but see a wee spot of weather on them. What a difference it makes. I mean, it takes that plasticky look after them and brings it to detail, yeah. Right, we're on to the last 5 wagons now, right? Oh, hey guys, I've just found this line. I've obviously forgotten about it. This one was £2.50. It's also a Lima one. So I'll put a hole onto the track as well. I've had to break them into 2 lots because the weight of the train going round the corner was pulling some of the wagons off nearer the middle. Because some of the curves on this are quite tight, you know, so. Right, Trips, back in a minute. Okay, Trips, there it is on the track, so I will send it round. I said the prices you're getting these things at second hand, you know what I mean? You're talking a tenner and you're getting 4 wagons. You know, you wouldn't even buy you a brand new wagon, you know what I mean? Get you a third of one. There you go, that's all the way around, not a problem. And what I've done with that cattle wagon that's got a wonky wheel on it, I've turned it the other way because it was derailing, so that's that sorted. Right, on to the last 5 wagons, right. Little metal bauxite mineral wagon, £2. I think that's a kit. No, maybe not. Anonymous make. A little grey mineral, well, sand wagon. Anonymous make. It's obviously been sorted at some point because something's happened to the coupling. Oh no, it's not. I couldn't see that screw there. Oh, there's a name on it, Backman. This one, which is a really interesting one, is £2.50. Somebody's made this up themselves, a chassis and a bit of a kit and that. So, very interesting. Another black wagon. No price on it, there's a load in it. Can't see a name on it. That'll tell you better when I get out of the bag. Could actually be a kit, don't know. Well, there's a load in it, oh, it's quite realistic. And the last one is this wee one here, which is, it just says made in England. Don't see any name on it. Right, I'll get these out of the bags and we'll try them on the track. Alright. Right, as you can see, that's these 5 wagons on the track. Now, this one and this one seem to be scratch built. This one could be a wren. I think these two are backmen. But this black one here, if you have a look, that wheel isn't quite touching the track. So I don't know if it's the body that's wonky or the chassis that's wonky or whatever. There's something not quite right. So I'll need to look at that and see if I can fix it. Anyway, we'll see if it stays on the track. Alright guys, so we'll send this round. Oh, it moves. Just went over a point, okay. The change to the drone shot. Now you can see it wobbling a bit there, that one. It's wobbling a bit, a wee bit, but it's stayed on the track. Alright, you can see it moving a bit there. I'll need to see if I can do something up. I'll need to have a proper look at it. Alright troops. I'll leave you a couple of running shots of these trains going round. In the next video I will be looking at the stuff that my wife got for herself at Model Rail Scotland. And oh aye, another thing I got, by the way, I've just found this in the bottom of the bag. My wife got me this, £3. That was also for Ellis Clark. So I'll find somewhere on the layout for that. But aye, as I was saying, on the next one it'll be the wife's pickups that what she got for herself at Model Rail Scotland. And possibly a little more progress on the way out. So if you're only fed up watching all the garbage that I bought, you can see what the wife bought for herself. Well, not so much the stuff that I bought, the stuff that my wife bought for me, you know. Alright troops, alright that, I'll leave you in the bye now, bye. Hiya.